月の花よ星の形をして互角の美しさ夜空に輝く毒の甘さには気をつけなければ純潔な白さに隠された闇土よ私は未だこの花の真意を知らずその香りに惑わされ迷いの道を歩む激しい魅力に魂奪われても心の奥底に希望の光あり混沌の世界で咲き誇る花は永遠の愛を示す象徴基地よ私は未だこの花の真意を知らずその香りに惑わされ迷いの道を歩むブレイクの花よ星の形をして互角の運命が私を導く僕の愛も包み込むその姿に純潔な真理を見出すことができるかああ溝のおぱずらいを重ね葉脈自信に問えなぜならば誰か目ならば花と星さむ空の果てに咲く冬のシジナルに誘われ我らが魂ゆく低くすく国に眩しき冠を叩き濁りなき白さに凍てつる心を溶かす娘と息は煙を上げて散る淡津の美しき犬にも儚き残光に寄せられ処刑の女王を抱きしめ眩しき冠に見せられ運を祈る雲仙なる姿魚なしてこのもろ君をまたうせんと
Cryptic calamities, cataclysmic capabilities, capriciously casting chaotic curses with no civilities, delving deep, gallantly dealing and dastardly deeds, demonic dialects dance, deciphered by devotees and decrees, sinister syntax slithers, a slide, slippery slopes, sophisticated sentences, spin, spiraling sands, hope, torrential text, turbulent, twisted and trope, tantalizingly taxing tongues, tethered tightly with tenacious flow, kinetic phantoms, phasing with philosophic flair, fierce, formidable phrases, forging frigid air, rumbling resonant rhymes, rigorously rare, rapacious revelations, rendered with radical care. Versus vices, venture vicious, failing back to views, voraciously voracious, vanquishing the verbose blues, esoteric elements eluding even the enlightened, exquisite expositions, explosively heightened, bellowing beats, bring forth the bravest braves, bound by blistering bars beneath bemoaning waves, marvel at this maze and meticulous maxims I pave, a rigorously riveting, albeit arduous auditory adventure engraved. Yeah. So universal inside an eerie echo session, esoteric ether, egregious enigmas and snare, enigmatic and eager. Jarring, jogging, jungles, chance, tricks and traded jails, just the balls, jewels, jive, jettisoning, just tales, quivering grips, quick and quirky, query swell, quintessential wonders, bridge, thick quantum swell, labyrinth lyrics, lay layers of lurid law, lucid lunacy, lace, looming larger than before, nocturnal notions navigate, nebulated, and narratives, not igniting, that's a nuclear fear, royal when the wordplay is full of wild, woven criticisms, wait, no wary of the guile, zealous after zigzags, I've been seen in soul, sight that sing the zero is zestful alone.
I got a bottle of Patron and some lights off. Two red devil looking eyeballs. And I'm finna turn up when the night falls. If you hear a siren, then it's my fault. Jump in my whip, baby, let's ride. We ain't gonna stop at a red light. And I'ma take shots like a Tech 9. It's gonna get live. Here we go, it's about to go down. Let me know, I'ma buy another round. Get low, drop it down to the ground. Oh yeah, wow, shorty make it bounce. Mama see the put cuffs on my cardiac. Took my breath away like a heart attack. And I'ma spend every dime and my money back. Everybody wanna know. If you're ready, let me know.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello.
How are you doing, Steph?
I am doing okay. I have a new laptop, so of course Discord was
Was working
have some trouble
perfectly
with
on
it.
the first try.
working perfectly first try. That is what I'm trying to say.
Yes. As
9 minutes to get
per-
it working perfectly first try.
as per usual when you
As per
get a new
usual.
laptop. Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Oh wait,
First
I
try,
almost.
all good.
You know, it's been so long since we streamed together. I almost did the old way. I was about to share my screen on
Oh
Discord
no.
instead of
Oh
sharing
my
my
God,
screen
could you
via the
imagine?
link. That
Yeah. God, that's like ages ago.
yeah. Let's hit start collab. That. Where's the screen? This screen share. Copy this. Paste it here.
Right. I have opened it.
All right. Ready for just chatting?
Sure.
Hang on, I gotta click on something real quick. Where is it? Is it this thing? Why do I hear like video game sound effects?
Maybe in there's some background stuff going on here.
Oh,
I can try to.
it's fine.
What can I try
It's
to do?
it's not a big deal.
Okay.
What do I got here? Forecasting survey. I feel like that's too old. Consciousness report. Let's do consciousness report. What is this? Oh yeah. Okay. So I don't. Are you familiar with Ayla? Ayla. I don't know how to pronounce her name. She's
Worker? A farmer sex worker?
yeah. Exactly. I was gonna say she's
Yeah.
rationality society adjacent, and she does a
Yes.
lot of what's the-
Surveys.
yeah, exactly. I was gonna say like amateur sociology.
Right.
This one, have you seen this one? This is she's asking people what do you think is more conscious.
Interesting. I haven't seen this.
So like she'll show two choices, like you think an AI versus a newborn baby, you know, which one's more conscious, or like a grasshopper and a newborn baby and things like that, right? So people vote.
Right.
And so these are the results. She also asks, like, you know, how often you use AI. So apparently the more you use AI, the more likely you are to think it's conscious. Right? People who rarely use AI, 29% of them think AI is conscious, I guess. And people who use AI daily, 50% of them think AI might be conscious.
That's all I'm saying.
I didn't hear what you were saying. I only heard you say is all I'm saying.
Oh, all I'm saying is that it might be conscious.
Okay. I don't know. We didn't hear the first part. Men tend to think it's more conscious than women.
Oh, I thought that says men lean a little bit more pro AI.
Yeah, by which she means when you show you a choice of AI and something else, I guess men are this much more likely to choose AI, yes. By pro AI, they don't mean like they think AI is good.
Oh, they mean
They
oh,
think
so like
it's
pro
conscious.
AI means pro conscious AI?
They,
What a weird way
it
to
means they
word
think
that.
it's more likely, like you give AI and something
Yeah.
where the thing can vary. It could be a river, it could be a grasshopper, it could be a newborn baby, you know. Via, you know, I don't know what the formula is, but whatever the formula, it yields a higher score for men than for women. Like men are more likely to pick AI given two choices of how conscious things are. age. There's no correlation between age and how likely you are to think that AI is conscious. I'm pausing here for your response.
Don't have a response. There's no correlation.
Okay. And then here are the things that are they most likely to say yes, like most likely to pick and least likely to pick, right? Like when you're given a choice between two things, which one do you pick?
The Marvel Cinematic Universe? Wow.
Yeah.
I like that you are more conscious than your mom.
Well, yeah, I mean, that can be the Descartesian thing, right? Like,
Yeah.
so that I can understand that. But why is your mom more conscious than your dad? I'm trying to like do some sort of Freudian analysis on that, you know?
Right.
And similarly, you know,
Because your mom has more feelings.
an adult female human is more conscious than an adult male human.
Right, more
So
feelings. Less robotic,
yeah, I guess so.
stereotypically. I imagine the differences are not very high.
Yeah, it's too bad they don't show that here. Because the other thing is, why a thermostat over a calculator, you know?
Yeah.
And also, why
And I'm
these
guessing-
things over the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
Yeah. I'm guessing that's just noise.
Could be. But because to me, I think I don't remember what I voted exactly, but I feel like the Marvel Cinematic Universe is more conscious than thermometers and calculators.
What makes something conscious in your mind?
Yeah, the thing is, it is multidimensional, right? There's like we're conflating, or at least I'm forced to
Yeah.
conflate in this survey because just pick one. I have to conflate probability and like amount of consciousness.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, so I think there's, at least in terms of probability, I think there's a higher probability that simulations of humans are more conscious than calculator, like the arithmetic system of calculation, right? Or an instantiation of that. Are you with me so far? Or did we lose Steph? I don't know if we got disconnected.
Hear me?
Now I can hear you.
Oh, okay.
I was saying...
I said yes.
Yeah, okay, so simulation of humans, more likely. And so you can think of, like, when you, as a human, when you enjoy a piece of fiction, whether that's a book or a movie or whatever, there's some part of your brain that's simulating a low fidelity version of the fictional characters, right? Like you say, you're empathizing with them. What would they feel like? What were they thinking?
Mm-hmm.
And so, therefore, I'm
Yes.
saying that fictional human has a low amount and low probability of being conscious.
Mm-hmm.
And that's more so than a calculator or a thermometer, for example.
Yeah.
And so that's why my ranking is the Marvel Cinematic Universe is higher than thermometers and calculators.
Suppose if I had to pick, it's interesting. I was trying to figure out like what I'm making my basis on. And I guess part of it's the fact that there's so many Marvel, like, you know, it's a whole universe, right?
Right.
And that does sort of suggest that, like, I guess the movies collectively could somehow have their own consciousness and like wish they had a sibling or I don't know. Like it's very low probability, but I'm having trouble thinking of calculators
Right.
doing that.
The other thing is like the thing you brought up now just made me think of something else, which is like when you say like there's so many people in the Marvel Cinematic
Yeah.
Universe, so many fictional characters. I'm like,
Yeah.
on the one hand, that increases the probability because there's more of them. But on the other hand, it lowers
Right.
the fidelity because you can't hold them all in your mind at the same time. So you have to simulate
Right.
each one at a lower fidelity or lower resolution, I guess, which
Yeah.
decreases the odds, I guess, that they are conscious.
Yeah. Like you said, we're conflating a lot of things.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting. I was trying to figure out like what I'm making my basis on. And I guess part of the it's the fact that there's so many Marvel Cinematic Universe, so many fictional characters. I'm like, suppose if I had to pick, it's interesting. I was trying to figure out like what I'm making my basis on. And I guess part of the it's the fact that there's so many Marvel Cinematic Universe, so many fictional characters. I'm like, suppose if I had to pick, it's interesting. I was trying to figure out like what I'm making my basis on. And I guess part of the it's the fact that there's so many Marvel Cinematic Universe, so many fictional characters. I'm like, suppose if I had to pick, it's interesting. I was trying to figure out like what I'm making my basis on. And I guess part of the it's the fact that there's so many Marvel Cinematic Universe, so many fictional characters. I'm like, suppose if I had to pick, it's interesting. I was trying to figure out like what I'm making my basis on. And I guess part of the it's the fact that there's so many Marvel
All right, so that's one thing. I have some TikToks. This one's is labeled flea juggling.
Okay.
Oh, right. Oops. This is a laundry machine, and he has, I don't know, mop heads,
Yeah.
it says in the jar.
Yeah.
I saw this. I immediately thought of, in Silksong when we were doing.
Flea juggling. Yep. Oh, he didn't think of that.
No,
You
yeah,
thought of
I
it.
thought of
That's
it. I saw
hilarious.
this, and then I was like, wait.
That's pretty good.
Because when I saw it, I was like, what is this? Like,
Yeah.
like without reading the caption,
This
I'm
is
like, I don't know
obviously
what this
flea
is. It looks like,
juggling.
flea juggling.
Yeah.
And then I read the caption, and it's like, oh, it's mop heads in the dryer.
It's in the dryer.
All right. This next one is labeled healthy. I don't know what this is. All right. I made a
Sounds right.
healthier version of tiramisu with yogurt and chia seeds. Not only is it high in protein, but it's also disgusting.
Seems correct.
Okay, then we have a couple more chatting topics. Social bubbles. We all live in them, and we often underestimate how much of a bubble we live in, I guess. I'm pausing here for Steph's response. And we may have lost her again.
To answer your,
I hear you again now.
I tried to answer your quiz and it made everything all wonky.
Oh, it's gonna prompt you because, like, if you don't, how do I say it? If you embed your Twitch chat in their site, they want to make sure that I'm not tricking you to, like, type in your password or something like that, right? Like they say confirm that you really do intend to type into the Twitch.
Go away.
Maybe I'll pause the Jeopardy stuff so it's not so distracting.
Okay.
Oh, Chakar's telling me to type 23. Was that my challenge? Was that my math challenge? I'll type 23. Thank you, Chakar. What was I saying? Oh yeah, social bubbles. We underestimate the degree to which we are in them. Are you there, Steph?
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's being very difficult. We underestimate the degree to which we're in social bubbles.
Yes. What do you
True.
think about that? True. Okay. So remember, I posted the meme a while ago about the site. These physicists are like, we have new experimental data that contradicts our theories, and that's good. And then the psychologists, we have new experimental data that contradicts our theories, and that's bad.
Hmm.
So I posted on Reddit and all that, right? And
Okay.
there was like at least 2, maybe 3 or 4 comments that were like, "What's the replication crisis?"
Oh,
And
wow.
I'm like, wait, you don't know what? And so that's an example of social bubble, right? I didn't realize that
Yeah.
there are still people out there who don't know what the replication crisis is.
Right.
It's not so much that, like, okay, a layperson, sure, but like I'm posting this in like our psychology memes, right?
Right.
And so you're subscribed to our psychology memes, but you don't know what the replication crisis is? Like, what?
Right. Isn't that what most of the memes are about?
I guess not. I don't know. Or maybe
Yeah.
it is, and they just like they've been like, like there's this joke in The Simpsons where I don't know, someone says something and Homer's like, stares blankly, and then the person says it's a joke, and then Homer says, "Oh, I get jokes." Ha ha ha.
Right. Right.
Like, I wonder if that's going on here when you're on the
Yeah.
psychology meme and they're like, "Ah, ha, ha, I get these. I get memes,"
get it. Yeah, totally.
So yeah, that was pretty humbling, I guess.
Yeah.
The other social thing is, I was on someone's chat, and I make these jokes, these references, these jokes sometimes, and then I'm like, oh yeah, like the Strait of Hormuz, and they're like, oh, what's going on in the Strait of Hormuz? And like, oh my gosh, there's people
Yeah.
like, and this person's an American too. It's not like,
Yeah.
I don't know, who would not be interested. I can't. I don't know.
Sure,
Like if
but like
there's.
other people have different politics going on, right? So maybe, sure, whatever. Maybe that's not on the mind of everyone in the Canary Islands.
Yeah, exactly. But this person's American, so I thought like surely
Right.
they would have been exposed by everywhere in all directions. But I guess not. Like again, this is a social bubble thing. Like
Yeah.
I'm being exposed, bombarded constantly about news about the Strait of Hormuz, and they're not apparently. I guess.
Yeah. I just recently was that person. I was at a dinner, and everyone else is clearly being bombarded with huge amounts of World Cup
Yeah.
material,
I mean, I'm aware that
and
the
I'm
World Cup's
not following
happening,
it all.
so
Yeah,
there's
I'm like, I know that much. Yeah, I know what sport it is.
it's soccer,
But
right? I'm
yeah,
like 80%
yeah.
sure it's soccer, but
I get jokes.
I'm not willing
Yeah,
to like bet my life fortune on it or anything like that
right.
because I could be wrong.
And they were surprised that I didn't know, you know, lots of the content
Yeah.
that
Well, this
they are
person didn't know
getting,
anything. Like, so I was like, it's favorite
Yeah,
moves, and they're like, what's
yeah.
going on with favorite move? And so they made a guess, right? They said, oh, maybe like a one of those cargo ships rotated and got stuck again or something like that.
Oh,
And it's like, well, kind of, but not really. It's not. It's really happening.
right,
Same ballpark, I guess. But yeah,
right.
sports balls
Good,
says Chakra,
good
I guess.
guess. Good try. Yeah.
Actually, so there's that economists. I don't know if that's the right word. There, the blogger Matt Levine. I read a lot of his economics stuff, his writing, and I quote it
Okay.
often. Like I have you read it basically right on these just chatting streams. When I find funny ones,
Sometimes, yeah,
and
it's true.
I didn't realize this about him. Like I had hints, but I didn't realize. But I realized he's quote unquote part of my tribe because in one newsletter, like he writes every day a newsletter, right? He publishes every weekday, I think, and he has different sections, different stories, like. But in one section, he quoted Scott Alexander, Eliza Udowski, Robin Hansen, like all in one paragraph, right? And I'm
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
so he's one of us. I didn't
Yep.
realize.
One of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so the reason I thought of that is because Chaka wrote Sports Ball, and he was writing about the prediction market conference that recently happened, and like quote unquote everybody was there. Like Udowski, Scott Alexander, Robin Hansen were all attending there, and
Right.
they like. I forget what it was exactly, but basically Udowski was giving a speech or something like that, and then like something came in, like maybe it's the one big prediction, and he's like, okay, what is it? And then it's something about the World Cup or something like that. And he's like, what is it? Sports ball? Like we just hit the maybe it was the milestone, the 1 millionth prediction on the site or something like that. Yeah. I can't remember if we talked about this. You remember Fable was disabled? Anthropic Fable? You guys still have you, Steph?
I said yes.
Okay. I think sometimes it's your either the mic is cutting off or something like that, but I don't hear your response, especially if it's like one syllable. It's just complete silence for me. So I don't hear you say things. So yes, so Anthropic Fable was disabled. There was at the time there was a lot of speculation. Why? Because shortly previously, the U.S. government and Anthropic got into an argument. Right? There was that whole thing about how they wanted to use Mythos, I guess, for automatic weapons, things like that. And Anthropic was like, no, we're not letting you. And so they were angry. And so then they released Fable, Anthropic did, and then the U.S. government ordered them to shut down Fable. So they did it, but then they were like, because I guess maybe the lawyers advised them the safest thing is to indeed shut it down, and then argue in courts why they should be able to re-enable it or something like that, type of thing. Anyway, so we found out now why Fable was disabled. And now I'm pausing again for Steph to...
Was it disabled?
Here, I'll let you can read this out loud for our viewers.
There's nothing on my
Oh,
screen.
you might need to refresh them, maybe the
Okay.
page.
Okay. Why Fable was disabled. Democratic Senator Mark Warner of Virginia had briefly mentioned the Project Glasswing testing during a June 11th hearing before the Senate Committee on Banking, Housing, and Urban Affairs. Warner had said this tool broke into almost all of our classified systems not in weeks but in hours. He attributed the information to the head of the NSA and U.S. Cyber Command, who is General Joshua Rudd.
Yeah, so apparently Mythos or Fable hacked into the NSA. Like,
Right. Instantly.
yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah. Seems bad.
This is, remember when we were like, when Anthropic made the claim that, you know, Mythos is so powerful, it can
Yeah.
hack into any computer on the internet anywhere.
Right.
And people were
Right.
like, is
And
that
it-
really
and
true? You know?
Sure.
Yeah. And they said, well,
What
we have the
interesting
cryptographic
bragging, yeah.
hash, you know, they said,
Right.
because they say we don't want to release the details because we don't want other people to then hack
Right.
into them, but we're going to provide proof, and then, you know, we'll reveal the proof from the hashes at some point. So it looks
Yeah.
like they were telling the truth, right?
Right.
Like if they was able to hack into the NSA, holy shit.
Unfortunately, the password was USA is the best
Yeah.
.com.
But yeah, that's crazy. What the heck?
That's not good.
Fable is re-enabled now, by the way. They like, this is old news, and we're back to being able to use it.
It's fantastic. What could possibly go wrong?
My friend, I'm using Fable here and there to work on my projects, and my friend has also used Fable. He has zero programming. This is my friend who's the financial guy. He trades stock for a living.
Oh,
And he
right.
has a zero programming background, but he's using it to make a game, and his game's decent. Like, I'm playing it, it's like, yeah, you know, this is fun. That's not bad. But like, the thing, he has zero programming background, right? So like make a program that says the word hello, you know, on the screen. Like, he wouldn't be able to do that. But he's making a game now, thanks to Fable and all, you know, at all. Crazy times we live in.
Crazy times.
I have more TikToks here. This one's, it's labeled micro memes. Let's see what this is. Oh yeah.
皆さんこんにちは
So like, you remember, Steph, a long time ago I showed you they were at a museum and they pressed the button and there was a roar, and then the dinosaur, the T-Rex, I guess, said like, "Minasan konnichiwa." You remember that? Or did we lose Steph
Try
again?
again, because there's nothing on my screen.
Okay, but before I do, you might have to refresh first of all, so that your stuff on your screen. And second of all, did you hear what I said? I don't know if the audio went through.
Yes, I can hear what you're saying. You can't hear me and I can't always see anything, and I don't know what you want me to do about it.
I want you, I guess, to reply in at least like 5 to 10
I am.
second.
I am replying.
Yeah, but in 5 to 10 second sentences, so that it increases the odds that I hear at least one of those seconds and then realize you are replying. Okay, so do you remember a while ago I showed you this TikTok of they were at a museum and they press a button and the Tyrannosaurus turns to the camera and says, "Minasan, konnichiwa."
Kind of. I kind of remember that.
Yeah, and I was saying about how I was struck by how like, my reaction was like, that's not what dinosaurs sound like, right? They don't speak Japanese, because every piece of media that I was exposed to where dinosaurs speak, they spoke in English, right? It was one
Okay.
of those, like, I don't even know what to call it. It like some sort of bias, but I don't know.
Prediction error. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just familiarity, right? It's like, of course, you know, in Japan, when you watch media, they would speak Japanese, and in France, they would
Right.
speak French, and so on. It's just that because I only saw dinosaurs in English media, North American media, I always saw them speak as English. And so I was always like, wait, why would the dinosaur speak Japanese? Was my reaction when I saw it. Anyway, since you can see the video again, I'll play it real quick here.
皆さんこんにちは。
So were you able to see the video this time? I think you made it sound, but I don't know if you said yes or no or what.
Yes, I was able to see the video. Yes.
Okay. This to me, like, it when I saw that video, the first one with the dinosaur, I thought it was so neat. Like, it was such a niche thing, right? And then to see this is a reference to that one, right?
Yes.
And so now I'm trying to think about how this is going back to the social bubble thing, like how fragmented, how hyper specific memes are, right? Like, because like if you've seen the first one, this is clearly
皆さん
a reference to the other one, right? But there's no, it's not overt, right? If you didn't know, there's no way for you to figure out that this was a reference to something.
Difficult to figure out if that was a reference to something. Yes.
And I guess this is a sociology or anthropology remark from me, which is like, is this a novel stage in human society where you can have these hyper specific references and they work, right? They propagate. Has there's ever happened before in human society culture?
I assume that there has always been things like that, but I do think the degree to which people are getting fed extremely hyper local things is quite notable. Like I know when I hang out with a friend who I haven't seen in a while, we'll kind of just spend the whole time where one person will be like, "Oh, have you seen or read or watched or encountered on the internet or any of these things?"
Yeah.
And it's not like I'm like, "Oh, I haven't seen that one yet." I'm literally like, I don't know what you're talking about. You know what I mean?
Zero
It would
idea.
be
Yeah,
like if
yeah,
they,
like this
yeah,
thing, right? If you watch
yeah,
this and you're like,
yeah,
so what? Like what?
right,
Like, but like, no, it's this reference to this other one, with the dinosaur and
right.
like,
And I don't know it, and they can't explain it
right?
often,
Yeah, yeah,
and you're just sort of like, oh, like, and you're trying to explain the cool stuff that you've seen, and you're like, oh, well, have you seen the one where the lady kind of talks about, and she's like clanking kitchen tongs at the same time and kind of does a somersault, and the other
what the
person's
heck?
like, yeah, like, no. And you're just like, oh, I kind of thought everyone had seen that. And they're like, no, what's cool about it? And you're like,
Well, that was it. I just
well,
told you the whole
like,
thing.
yeah, exactly. Like that's what's cool about it, And they're just like, oh, you know, you're just like, this is a weird conversation. And you guys just do that back and forth for hours.
Well, okay, so I don't like back in, I don't know, maybe the 90s or something like that. There was a much more shared culture because the thing is there was only
Yes.
like 3 channels on TV, right? In North America. And so if you watch TV, you watch one of those 3 channels. And so like everybody in North America saw the same show, right? So you could go to school
There
the
were
next day
right.
and you could be like, did you see, that the episode of Simpsons? And they would say yes because there was nothing else to watch. And so
And there was just the one episode. You couldn't watch other
yeah,
episodes.
I mean, it's TV, right? It's not Netflix, so you can't
Right.
you can't marathon binge on it. It's like last
Right.
night they played one episode of Simpsons, and that was the episode that everybody watched. Yeah,
And
so
you
we could,
either saw it or didn't.
yeah, and then we all referenced it the next day because we all watched the same
Right.
thing.
Yeah. And like people went to the movies as
Yeah.
opposed to watching any movie they want at home. And there was only like 4 or 5 movies showing that you and your friends might want to see. You knew every movie that
Even
was
if you
playing in the
like,
theater
no, yeah,
because, yeah,
even like if you didn't want to see, like the movie theater only had like 3
that's what they're
screens,
showing. Yeah.
and so they can
Yeah.
only show 3 movies, like basically.
Right. Yeah. We all had a much more similar cultural experience. And you spent a lot more time watching stuff that wasn't specific to you and that you wouldn't necessarily want to watch. I mean, most people end up watching a lot of stuff that they don't necessarily want to watch now as well, but not to share it with anyone, which is extra weird, right? Like you're watching your own feed at home and suddenly it's kind of decided that you're into like women's gymnastics or something,
Yeah.
and
So
it shows you ones and you kind of have trouble looking away.
there's a feature that TikTok kind of recently introduced, maybe a month or two ago. And it's like, so, you know, for people who don't use TikTok, such as Steph, there is a
Such as me.
there's a so-called For You page. You can see the link on the left here, For You. And when you click on that, it shows, hey, Doll and Press, welcome. I was just about to talk about you, Doll, in indirectly. When you click on the For You page, it shows you like this video, for example, a video, right? And it's like the algorithm has chosen this video as with the prediction that you will engage with it, right? High probably. So like, you know, you watch it or you click the heart or something like that if you like it, and then you scroll to the next video, and that's also a video that the algorithm picked, and it's infinite. You just keep scrolling and it keeps predicting like, you know, here's what I think you'll like, here's what I think you'll like, and so on. So that's the For You page, and everybody's For You page is different because they're like the inputs to the algorithm are different, right? Like which videos did you linger on, which ones did you like, and so on.
Yeah.
But so the thing that they recently introduced is, I don't know what they call it, but it's like some sort of like shared For You page or something like that. So Doll Empress and I, we forward each other memes a lot on TikTok. So you click this button here, and then it says like, who do you want forwarded to? And I click Doll Empress and I send it to her. And so then we did this enough, I think, that TikTok was like, do you guys want to have a shared For You page? I'm like, okay, sure. So when I click on it, it shows, I guess the algorithm picks like what are videos that both of us would like, and
Wow.
and then we both view it, and it does like 10 at a time or something like that. So it says, here's 10 videos that the algorithm picked for both of you, and then I click hearts on the ones I like, she clicks hearts on the ones she likes, and so on. And I think we stopped using it, Doll and I. I don't know why Doll stopped, but one of the reasons I stopped using it is because most of the videos I got there I didn't really like. Like,
Fascinating.
I feel
You're
like,
like, what?
and so there's this sort of like, I'm like, why is it showing me this stuff? I don't like it. And then I'm thinking, well, it must be because that means this is the stuff that Doll likes, right? Surely then.
No, it's the stuff that both of you like.
Is it? Doll says I haven't seen it in a while. Yeah. Or maybe it was just a bad algorithm. Like they deployed it and then people were like, yeah, we don't like this. Like, you know, like the metrics come in, and so they discontinued it.
It's too, like, the machine learning hasn't quite figured out how to blend people's stuff.
Yeah. But like, it should be easy though, because like it has so much
you'd think,
input
but
data, right? Because like, look at all the shit that I send Doll, and look at all the shit she sends me.
Yeah.
Like that's the stuff that should be in the For You, the group For You.
But it has to introduce an amount of randomness, and maybe it can't figure out how to do that.
I mean, it's the algorithm is super simple. It's like anything with Silksong in it. That's that's what you should be putting in that For You page.
That's probably it.
That's what
But
Doll and I keep forwarding each other.
Watch if it's just that.
Doll
So
says
that's why they have to introduce some randomness, and then
Doll is saying it takes away the fun of forwarding stuff to each other. I think it's more fun to send stuff to a particular friend. Yeah, that's an interesting.
Sure.
I think Doll is right, and I think it's a very interesting observation, because it ties into that thing about, you know, like we were talking about people who hate AI art versus people who don't mind. And there's this, like you were talking about, there's a signaling aspect, right? Of like if you all you cared about was like, I want
as opposed to
if all you care about is like, I want good arrangements of pixels, then you don't care if a human made it or an AI made it, right? But if you think there's value in the humanity of it in some way, then maybe you do care where it comes from. And
it doesn't have much of a signal when it's like, oh, the algorithm picked this for both of us.
Yeah,
like that's not.
But the thing is,
a
like,
shared experience anymore. But it's like
you can say that, but like the algorithm is showing me Silksong stuff, and like it's not a giant extra step to say, and surely you're going to forward this to Doll, right? Like, but the thing is, instead of showing it into our shared feed, and I click like, you know, and then Doll clicks like or whatever, it shows it to me, and then I forward it to Doll, and then I quote unquote get credit for that, right? I'm the one who showed it to Doll. But it's like, I don't know, it's superficial.
Superficial, but it at least signals I saw this and in my brain thought of you.
Yeah, but I would have also thought of her if it showed up in our shared feed, right?
But it doesn't signal that.
Yeah. And that's why it's so artificial to me, superficial, artificial.
Yes, but humans send a lot of artificial signals.
Yeah.
Right? Like on Mother's Day, you go to Hallmark and you buy a Mother's Day card that somebody else wrote about some mom who wasn't yours. They don't know your mom.
Right.
And yet it still works as a signal because our brains didn't really evolve to be able to tell the difference between those kinds of signals. It still looks like you saw that card and thought about your mom, and so therefore the brain treats it as like, oh, you thought about this person. But when you take that away entirely and you're like, the TikTok AI algorithm knew that it was Mother's Day and picked something for her.
Yeah. But I mean,
oh, that isn't quite right, weirdly.
But
I mean, maybe we'll evolve so that it is, but it isn't currently.
But yeah, I feel like people are 99% of the way there, right? Like, because it's not like I thought of my mom, and so I went to Hallmark and bought a card and sent it to her. It's that my calendar tells me it's Mother's Day, and like I'm like, oh, so I better go to the Hallmark store and buy a card, right? Like the calendar
that's
is
already artificial,
the algorithm, like in that way, right?
But I think we'd already reached like the absolute lowest level of signal that our brains would treat as plausible, and something like when the AI does literally all of it, at least for right now, we're like, yeah, that's a bit too far. I mean, we used to think that emails were too far. We used to think that like
it would have to be a handwritten letter instead of email to be
right. Like posting on someone's page for their birthday, we were like unacceptable, you know? Like just clicking the
like
button when Facebook, when Facebook says it's somebody's birthday, we were like,
and we click
unacceptable.
like.
No. Yeah. And now we're like, sure. We used to say like gift cards where you're just giving someone cash or something like that.
I want the cash. That was my preference.
Acceptable as a gift. Right. And now we're like, sure, totally counts.
I'd rather get
cash. Which is ridiculous because a lot of times you have two rich people just giving each other some of their wealth. And that's silly and inefficient, and it still counts. So we may one day say like, sure, whatever, fine. Let's have the algorithm do all of it.
Yeah. No, I mean, like the thing is, like, people would buy me stuff like that. How do I say? I'm not super materialistic, but a gift is usually a physical object, right? And so they have to find something to give to me. And like, I don't super want the thing that they give me. Like, I took the time of when my mom bought me a popcorn machine, right? Like, and it's like, well, why I don't really want a popcorn machine. If he had just given me the money, then I could use that to pay rent, right? That's like a way more useful gift to me, reducing my rent by whatever the cost of the popcorn machine was.
Right. People were bad gift givers. But that's a different question than whether or not something counts as a gift.
Well, I'm saying it counts. If you give me money, that counts as a gift.
Right. And I'm saying our norms have changed about that. We used to sort of think, absolutely not. And now everybody's like, oh, yeah, a gift card is preferable.
Even more preferable would be cash. Because I can't pay rent with a gift card.
Right. And I think that's true for a lot of people. They've now reached the point where they don't even want a gift card. They don't even want the fake signal that comes with a gift card. They would rather just have cash.
Yeah. Because like, let's say you give me, $200 gift card to Starbucks. Like, I'm not gonna spend $200 on coffee. Like,
right.
Just give me $200
we
cash.
used to sort of be like, okay, a gift card is unacceptable. Okay, a gift card to something that like somebody wants, like a bookstore or, that counts.
Yeah.
And now we've moved to like, sure, just absolutely just cash, just pure cash. And now we think that's acceptable. And I assume eventually we will get to a point where AI will send cash on your behalf to their AI, which will make the right investment decision for you. Not
I mean,
sure
that
what
sounds
will
good to
count.
me. Like I would do it if
Sure.
there AI. There are rumors. I don't know how true it is because it's a sort of self-serving rumors too, and all. But
Sure.
that there are firms that just employ AI traders, and they're outperforming the index funds,
Sure.
right? Which is like it's sort of an end time like the
Yeah.
apocalypse for passive investors. Because what that means is
Right.
basically like you're just giving money to the AI now because the AI is outsmarting you on every bet, right? Like,
I think honestly, your social instincts are um, less strong than many people's, so you're probably a good test case of like, are we eventually gonna think this is okay someday as a culture? Are we gonna adopt this? Well, Neb already has, so probably. He prefers it. I would bet on it becoming a thing.
this next TikTok I got. Oh wait, sorry. Before I move on, Dahl said, "I wonder if people were sending the old time equivalent of memes to each other with doves." I don't know about with doves, but I do know like postcards are used to be a thing, right? When you go somewhere and you see a postcard, like a picture of a beach or something like that, right? And you mail it to a friend. That I that's what I think of as pre-internet memes that you share with people.
To send, like, I would send funny pictures to people, like literal funny, like a printed out photo of like some ridiculous thing
Okay.
that was an in joke, um, or like quirky roadside sculptures and stuff are sort of memes often. Um,
But the thing with like, because when you take a picture or something, like, so this would be physical, right? So it's not cheap to endlessly duplicate it. So it's harder to, like, you wouldn't, or at least I wouldn't, like, send it to my friends because it takes effort, right? Like, it takes a lot of effort to develop the photo and then buy an
who are
envelope, buy a
friends though?
stamp. Yeah, maybe I didn't have that many close friends. I don't know.
No, not you. I just mean one had fewer friends.
Oh,
So,
yeah, okay.
um, what about like making slides that you then showed to everyone? I don't know.
Definitely no. And then, like, I'm talking about pre-internet, right? So making slides would be like,
Yeah.
I would not have done that pre-internet.
Oh, no, no, not like PowerPoint slides. Sorry, photo carousel slides.
Yeah, I definitely would not have done that. Also, way too much effort.
Like we all did that. Like you invited everyone over to see
I think
your
I've
vacation
seen that
photos.
in fiction, right? Like,
Yeah.
but I've never seen it in real life. The carousel, the circular disc of
Oh,
of
yeah.
of Kodak slides or whatever. Yeah.
Totally would do that.
Okay.
I mean, Halloween was kind of memes
How it was Halloween memes?
because you would reference
It's cosplay. Is it memes?
right. Well, you might have like a funny word play with your thing, like
Yeah, I
with
guess
your
again,
costume.
that's more of a modern thing for me. The costume, which is a wordplay. For me, like, I guess it's more like this is almost the original meaning of meme, which is like your costume is a reference to media IP, right? Like I'm dressed as Spider-Man, I'm dressed as the Terminator or whatever. And then it wasn't really like, or at least when, in my social bubble, there was no clever wordplay with your costume. It was just pure commercialism.
Ah, well, for those of us who weren't wealthy, I think uh, maybe you would. Sometimes we used wordplay instead as your costume. What about like? It's hard to know what counts as a meme. Um, like, I'm thinking of like spiritualists.
What's the connection? I don't see it.
I'm not sure I can articulate
What's
what counts as a meme.
Yeah, that's a difficult question too. Taking a step back, what is a spiritualist? You're talking about like the people who have psychic visions and tell you what you're dead. Like like I'm sensing a woman named
Yeah.
Bethany. Does that mean
Yeah,
anything to anyone?
the people who would say that they could talk to spirits and would hold seances and would try to have ectoplasm come out of their mouth and wanted word of mouth advertising so that you would
Okay,
they would become famous that way,
right.
or they would spread their spiritualist beliefs and gain converts maybe.
Okay. Yeah, it doesn't. I don't see the association with memes for that.
Well, that's why I need you to clarify what a meme is and what it isn't before I can participate, but you're refusing.
Um, I think, yeah, I'm having. I don't know for sure what a meme is. It might be because there's the original Dawkins formulation, right? He's the guy who coined the term, I believe. But it's
And
sort
he
of
believed in things like religion and uh, um, uh, political ideals as memes.
yeah. So like his definition
When he coined that.
is almost very broad, right? It's like a unit of replicating information. Which religion, for example, is because it encourages you to then convert other people to believe in that same religion, usually, things like
Right.
that.
Right.
Today, more modernly, people don't use it in that sense. They don't use the word meme in that sense. I guess they do. There is that still that sense of replicating information, but it's like there's some sort of delineation there, right? Like in that it's like it's unserious in a sense, whereas religion and politics feels too serious to be a meme.
And it doesn't count advertising, right? We agree that the
Well,
current
Dawkins
definition of
might,
meme does not
right?
count. Right.
Yeah,
And
but
what I'm asking is like you and I would agree that the current sense
I don't know
advertising
that
would be
it.
ruled out.
I don't know that it hard precludes advertising. I think like Dawkins might say advertising is a meme by definition because advertising wants to encourage you to share copies of itself. And I
Right.
think the modern person would reject that. They would say, "Well, that's not what meme means anymore." But just
Right.
because something is an advertisement doesn't mean therefore it cannot be a meme. Because like I think
Right.
like a lot of savvy PR firms lean into meme culture, right, for their advertisement.
Right. It's hard to know what counts and what doesn't.
Right. The other thing is like
Glad we cleared that up.
the prototypical meme in the modern sense is cat pictures, right? And we were definitely sending cat pictures back and forth in the old days. Like we have historical
Yes.
examples of that. I don't know if we were sending them by
Yes.
Dove, but we were definitely sharing them in some way, photographing our cats
Sending them
being
by
silly. Doves, the bird, Dove.
Like pigeons?
Yeah.
Like carrier pigeons?
Yes.
So when you say dove, you mean pigeon. You mean
Sure.
like a okay. Pigeons are are technically doves, but they're a subset, and it's definitely not pronounced dove. But okay, that's what I was struggling with. Okay, I don't think they sent them via carrier pigeon, but I mean, plausibly.
Yeah, like I think the carrier pigeon thing was primarily a military thing. I don't know about that for sure, right? If it was primarily military, and it was like
Most of the messages that got sent that way was, but there were pigeon enthusiasts who would send all kinds of messages for all kinds of
for
things just to
memes.
practice their pigeon hobby.
Yeah, and yeah, so it felt. I guess it would feel too serious and maybe too expensive, right? To send memes via carrier pigeon.
Well, and carrier pigeons needed to go to the home of the person who bred the carrier pigeons, right? They go home to roost.
Yeah.
So you would to in order to send something via carrier pigeon, either a you'd both have to be carrier pigeon enthusiasts who took turns.
Yeah, I
Um,
mean, the way I imagine it,
uh,
like, I don't think it happened, but if it did happen, the way I imagine it happening is like you have two siblings, right? Like and then one brother
yeah,
goes on a journey, sees something cool, writes about it, and like writes a meme, quote unquote, and then sends it back home for his brother or sister to read about or whatever.
he'd have to either take his pigeons with him
Yeah, yeah,
in the
that's what I
hope
mean.
of seeing something interesting,
Right.
or
Well, you don't
travel
set out
somewhere.
right
Like,
to
oh,
send
you're
memes
going to your
necessarily.
lake house.
Yeah, you would take it
Right,
like pigeons in preparation, just so you could send messages in general, and then like you see
right,
something and you decide to quote unquote waste your one pigeon
right,
on a meme, right? Instead of like,
right.
so
I
that's
don't
why
think that
it
happens as
feels, yeah,
much.
it feels unlikely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Chucker asked, "Do paintings of animals count as memes? Cave paintings of animals?" Yeah, I mean, probably. Well, would it even count in the Dawkins sense? Is there this encouragement of self-replication for these animal cavings?
We don't know what they were for,
Yeah, so it's not clear if it counts in the Dawkins sense.
but like, do art
Does
styles, does
yeah,
that count? Like,
and do art styles count in the Dawkins sense? I mean, they might in the sense that there's a prestige associated with, right? Like once, like if a master artist does something, and then other people are like, well, now I have to do that, or else people won't think I'm a real artist.
well, I think Dawkins was sort of arguing that um, art styles, for example, which is a idea that its spread and transmission would be similar to how genes are spread and transmitted,
I
in
haven't.
the sense that the survival of the fittest,
Yeah. Yes.
the art style that was the most successful, quote unquote, meaning the most people wanted to look at it and try imitating it,
Right.
um, would be the art style that would catch on.
Yeah, but there's that mechanism that I was gesturing at, right? Which is like, if people want to look at it, that grants prestige to the person who can produce it, and then that artist therefore is encouraged to practice and adopt and learn that style, right?
Maybe. What are you?
Like I'm
What
saying,
argument are you making?
there, I believe that the core component of Dawkins is this selection mechanism that has to be present, right? For something to be a
Yes,
meme.
I think the idea is that survival of the fittest, like that memes are not viral, in the sense of just uh, blindly self-replicating. There is some process similar to natural selection, some sort of cultural selection that makes some memes thrive and some not.
Well,
And that is probably prestige based.
right. But when you say it's not viral, I feel like viral is just another one of those mechanisms. It's like an example or a subset of what Dawkins was talking about.
I didn't mean viral in the internet sense. I meant
Okay.
viral in the sense of like a virus just makes a copy of itself, and just relies on massive proliferation to overwhelm any kind of system.
Right.
But I might not know enough about virology to have made that um, distinction. But I should have chosen a different word because, for God's sake,
Everything.
meme viral is its own meme
Yes. Yeah.
in
So I
the sense
guess.
that we mean something different than that.
Yeah. So Steph is saying we don't know what the cave paintings are for. So we don't know. I guess we don't know if it has that replication drive, the survival
Well, we know
mechanism.
that cave paintings, like we know, for example, if you look at, like there's the Fremont period of art and there's the, basket weavers period and so there was definitely styles, and I think we can presume that those caught on through memetics, that like they weren't, we don't I mean, we don't totally know, but we don't think they were imposed from above by czars or aliens or something like that.
So you're saying,
So by that definition, I think they have to count.
well, okay, so let me check if you're making if you're predicting a certain thing to be true or not. Are you saying that maybe
Okay.
somebody did a cave painting of animals, then another person saw that and said, hey, that's cool, I'm going to do that too, and then he goes to his own cave and paints his own animals?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, I mean,
And that,
so
like,
that
the
is
way that he
that
does
mechanism,
it
right?
would be-
That's
yeah.
what Dawkins is talking about, if that happened. Because I don't know much
Right.
about cave paintings. Like, if it was like only in one cave and one guy did it and no one else ever did it again, then it feels like that's not a Dawkinson meme.
Right, but that would be the word cave painting.
Well, no, you made
Here we're
multiple. The
using the
one
word
guy,
cave painting.
the one guy made
plural.
multiple.
Oh, he made a bunch. Oh
Yeah.
no, yeah, there's lots.
Yeah,
of
like he
them.
made like 3 or 4, right? The cave paintings, plural, 3 or 4 of them.
Right.
And then he gave
No,
up because
there's
it's like
lots.
parents were like, when you get a real job, you know?
Right. And those everybody else was like, those are stupid. Yeah.
The thing that made me, the other like random digression that is like a lot of these cave painting things, it's like hands, for example, on the wall, right? Like,
It is, yes.
and it makes me think of, you know, in kindergarten when you draw a turkey using your hand.
Yes.
And I think there's the
Technology you had available.
yeah, and there's the virality in there because it's easy to do, right? Like to trace your hand and then turn it
Yes.
into a turkey. And so then everyone's like, well, if it's easy to do, I'm going to do it then, right? And then I'm going to have my own artwork. Then now I'm an artist, you know?
Yeah.
And I think that's also one of those factors. And I'm wondering how much that played in the cave paintings. Like, you know, one guy came up with the idea of doing the cave painting, and the other guy was like, oh, that's cool. And it's not even that difficult to do. I can do it. And, you know.
I think that anything that makes the idea or the transmission easier spreads memes more, but complex and difficult memes also spread, right? Like whole religions
Yes.
spread. So I think simpler memes like sharing a Silksong meme spread pretty fast, but so do, you know, the idea of Scott Alexander.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, like, how do in so far you can approximate people as rational actors, right? They're looking at all the possible actions they can do and then looking at the costs and the benefits of each action. And so a lot of these the hand turkey and maybe the cave painting, I'm hypothesizing now, has that thing where they say, oh, this is easy, but it also looks cool, so if I do it, I'll look cool. Because there's lots of things that, you know, if I do it, I'll look cool, but they're actually really hard to do, like, you know, play a complex piano piece or whatever, right? Like, takes years of practice, for example. But like drawing a hand turkey, that, you know, I can do it in 5 seconds and it looks kind of cool. So I think that's something like,
But that's a trade-off, right? If everyone can do it, you're not signaling very much. So everyone does do that, and so it spreads in the sense that it's common, but it's not like we never say like, oh wow, look at that hand turkey, that is our next Van Gogh.
sure, but I think there's some sort of equilibrium point, right? Where like if it's obscure
Yeah.
and easy, then lots of people do it until it reaches some point where like now everybody's done it, and so let's stop doing it because it's lame now.
Now it's passé.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like,
Well,
oh, that's lame.
The other example of that is, you know, when people go to the Leaning Tower Pizza and they hold up their hands as if, you know, like with forced perspective
Yeah,
tricks.
super easy.
But people keep doing it, right? Like
Yeah,
so
because it's really easy.
yeah.
But nobody says like, oh wow, someone who does that is a cool, unique, original
Well,
thinker.
I mean, to a little bit they do, right? Because they'll post it on their Facebook wall, and then their friends, you know.
Well, because the signal is having gone to the Tower of Pisa, right? If you were in your home and you did that in front of a picture,
Right.
everybody would be like,
Well, maybe.
Right? The signal in this case
'Cause
is
then
that you went there.
Yeah, I mean, because you then
Pretty
sort of,
soon, the signal will be that you just had AI generate that for you.
no, I was just saying there's the counter signal, right? Where like you're creating a new meme now, like you're referencing that phenomenon. If you went home, found a different tower that was leaning, not the Leaning Tower pizza, but one in your hometown, and you did that, right? People would see that and they'd be
Maybe.
like, oh, you're being creative. You're joking about
Depending
the
on
pizza being.
how, yeah, what you're signaling and stuff like that. But then like if your grandma is also making that joke, then it becomes not. Yeah.
Yeah, there's so many layers and
There's so
what's
many layers.
epi circles or whatever, like.
Yeah.
Welcome to Funky Tron. Funky Tron says, I haven't experienced sleep paralysis for a while, especially on medication experience. I experience anxiety every now and then. It's sleep, but lately I noticed with higher dose of medication, I started experiencing sleep paralysis, which I haven't experienced since I left school or when I was younger. Could this be a side effect of some antidepressant and anti-anxiety medication? I mean, I think in general, if you like for any question that's like, could it be this? The answer is going to be yes, right? Could be. I don't know if Steph has anything to add to that. Or if we lost Steph again.
I think I'm trying to think if you could have I mean, usually, like the association that I think of is usually we prescribe depressives for sleep paralysis, but I'm trying to think if you could, um, if you could get a symptom the other way around. I'm
Well,
not
I
sure I've
mean,
actually heard of that happening, but I guess you
there's
could.
the general concept of like paradoxical response, right? Is not too
Right.
uncommon. For people who don't know, paradoxical response means the medication causes the thing that it's supposed to treat. I guess I don't know if there's a better definition than that, but
No, that's good.
yeah. So I guess Steph is saying she doesn't know if there's in the literature, I guess, examples of sleep paralysis as a paradoxical response, but in general, medications can have paradoxical responses, and so
I just looked it up and it said, yes, they can paradoxically trigger episodes by disrupting your REM sleep architecture, especially sertraline and fluoxetine, which is Zoloft and Prozac, respectively. Stimulants also can do it. Also, some sleep aids like clorazepam or Ambien or a beta blocker. And then if you change your medication suddenly, you can get a REM rebound, which is so the medication was working by suppressing REM sleep, and then you stop taking the medication, and so you get these really long cycles of REM sleep in response, and you could get sleep paralysis during that. So apparently, yes, rebound or paradoxical sleep paralysis from medication is a known thing.
Funky Trust says, is there a connection of sleep paralysis and lucid dreaming where they overlap experiences both? Because that happened to me before where I am aware, so not sure if it's always the case. So it's definitely not
Yes,
always the case, right? But
right. Both are REM sleep phenomena. So when you go into REM sleep, you are, that's when you're dreaming. And what's supposed to happen is that when you think about something, the part of your brain that does things is also uh, creating some activity. So if you think right now about reaching across the table and picking up a glass of water, that part of your brain that actually would do that also um, gets involved. During REM sleep, to be on the safe side, your brain shuts down the ability of that part of the brain to um, be as active so that you won't act out your dreams. Um, the the mechanism is not perfect though, and so things can and do go wrong. And so people sometimes act out their dreams. They sleepwalk, sleep talk, that sort of thing, or they become conscious, semi-conscious during a dream. So that would be lucid dreaming. Or they have sleep paralysis where the body is also not just suppressing brain activity, but it's suppressing motor activity. And so your motor activity is still suppressed, but your brain activity is not in sleep paralysis. So if anything about what's supposed to get shut down while you're dreaming isn't working, you can get any and all of those kinds of symptoms. I'm not a sleep specialist, as you may be able to tell, but
Steph, can you see my mouse cursor moving around the screen? Because I think maybe the video feed got disconnected again.
I don't think I can, no.
So you might need to refresh.
Okay.
Let me know when you can see it.
Okay. Yep. Lady in jean shorts and your cursor moving around.
All right. Next TikTok is labeled toilet paper.
Andrew?
Hi.
Hi.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
I'm super good. Yeah, but just been busy.
Nice.
Been super busy with stuff.
Cool. Doing some shopping?
Yeah, I don't need it all. I didn't need this like now. I'm just like ahead of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Not that I need to go, because I don't need to use it right now. You know, I just like. It's like for just, you know, I have it.
Totally.
But it's great.
Yeah.
It's good. You're good.
Cool.
I like to see you.
Good to see you too.
That's it.
I saw a guy the other day who had gone into the store and he came out with a bottle of vodka, a bottle of tampons, and a pear.
Like a fruit, a pear.
Yeah,
Like, I was
yeah.
like, because you had a pear, and now you're like, a pear what? Like, what
A pair of what? Yeah. Nope. Story over. And a pair.
Okay.
It's like, cool. All right.
This is, I guess, Puritan culture, basically, right? The
Yep.
thing, like, poop is taboo to talk about or whatever. We have to pretend we don't do it.
It's not Puritan culture. It's taboo because being interested in fecal matter is a way to get disease, and so cultures have developed the cultural technology to think that poop is disgusting, to protect you from diseases.
I mean, you can rationally accept or believe that poop is disgusting in terms of like disease spread, right? Without thinking like talking about poop is disgusting.
Sure.
There was like this some sort of simplification happened at some point there.
So what I'm saying is that it is cultural, not necessarily Puritan culture.
Yes.
A
Okay.
wide range of cultures think that poop is disgusting because, like memes that we were talking about, cultures that think that poop is disgusting have a higher likelihood of having healthier members. And so that belief will be more likely to pass on, and other cultures will emulate that culture and copy their beliefs wholesale, and also think that, you know, poop is disgusting, as well as whatever ridiculous things that other things that culture believes. But if it happens to keep people from getting diseases as a side effect, lots of cultures will think that poop is disgusting, and so lots of cultures do,
Right. But
not
you
just Puritan.
shit, yeah, okay. So I regret let me withdraw Puritan. I don't want to focus on
Yeah.
that part. I didn't but so you would think, or at least I would think naively perhaps, that having accurate beliefs about the world would also lead to, you know, you doing well evolutionarily.
It doesn't.
And then
It doesn't. It doesn't in any way. Having rational beliefs is actually probably anti-correlated with success as a culture, as a tribe.
what
This
the
is
heck?
like the
Explain it to me.
so have you ever read the book The Secret of Our Success?
No,
Joseph Heinrich?
no.
Okay. So many philosophers, anthropologists, that sort of thing, believe that our brains evolved to be able to solve complex problems. And that we have these big, juicy, gorgeous brains that other primates don't have, that other animals don't have, and it's because we can like figure out how to solve all these problems. And that once we got these big brains, we then developed language and thinking skill, and then the ability to develop culture on top of that. And the problem is that, like, none of that holds up. Our brains are not that different from primates in most respect. You and I have talked about how chimpanzees absolutely crush us on a lot of things like working memory and processing speed. So in some cases, their brains seem, better or just as good as ours. And we're actually not that good individually at solving problems, no matter how many rational beliefs you have. A lot of the problems that we have to solve are unsolvable by the single person. So I'll give you an example of that. The types of foods that many cultures eat. I'm just making sure that you can hear me because
Yes,
sometimes my
I can
sound
hear
cuts
you.
out.
Yes.
Okay. The types of food that many cultures eat require insane levels of processing. So, like the acorns that indigenous people used to make bread out of, and in some cases still do, the acorns have to be leached of all of their toxins under a multi-day process, and then soaked, and then washed, and then grated. And then when you're making the bread, you have to add ash, right?
Yeah.
If you skip any of those steps, the acorn is very to a little bit deadly. So it's either entirely deadly or a little bit deadly if you skip any of those steps. You, as a layperson, in most cases, will not have the ability to figure that out on your own. And we know that from, for example, anyone who gets dropped into an acorn forest and, you're starving to death and there's all these acorns around you, you will not, no matter how motivated you are, even if there are 150 of you, all motivated to try and solve this problem, without access to other people's brains, you probably will never solve this. It is entirely unintuitive. The best way to solve the problem is to watch other people do it and do what they do, or to read a recipe and do what
Yeah.
it tells you to do.
I think I'm familiar with the story actually that you're telling.
Okay. Yeah. And if you are too rational and you watch someone else do it and you see them like mix the ash in, and you're like, I don't think that step is really necessary,
Yeah.
you will skip steps. You will eliminate things that seem ridiculous, but that may actually have long-term or even short-term survival benefit. And being rational in that case will probably end up killing you. It would be much more adaptive to copy every single thing that someone who eats the acorns and survives does. It wouldn't actually be a good idea to try and figure out why they're doing every step and decide if you need to do it yourself or not, because a lot of the consequences are hidden or long term.
Yeah, when I heard the story, it was I think motivating Chesterton's fence also.
Sure.
The thing that's very spooky about the story, like for me as a member of the rationalist community, is that
Yeah.
like you say, like you grow up in the society. You're like to make it even more stereotypical, you're like a young adult male, right? Who feels like you
Sure.
know better than everyone, like
Yeah.
and so like your grandmother, for all your life they say, here's how we make bread, and you're like, why do you do
Yeah.
this? Why do you beat it against the rocks? Why do you mash
Yeah.
the ash in it? And they're like, well, we've always done it this way. And you're like,
We've always done it. Yeah,
you're
it's
like,
just how we always
you're
do
like,
it.
that's dumb. I'm
That's
gonna,
a dumb reason. Yeah.
yeah. So I'm gonna make my own bread, and I'm gonna skip one step just to see what happens. Just I just take a little
Yeah.
bit, and you eat it.
Yeah.
And here's the thing: you're fine. It works.
You're fine.
So you
Yeah.
keep doing it, and then like 20 years later, you
30
die.
years later, you're
because,
dead.
Yeah,
Yep.
because of poisoning.
Painfully.
and so like the thing is, like, if you convince people, right, you're like, like, oh yeah, it's fine, you don't need to mix ash in, and then like you make,
Yeah.
and then you and your friends, you move off into your own tribe, and you make bread your way, then your entire tribe dies off, and the old
Yes.
tribe survives, and they're fine because they didn't get poisoned
Right.
slowly over 30
Right.
years.
Right.
And that's like horrifying, right? As a fable for a rationalist.
Yes, it is. That is what I'm saying. That is literally the argument that I'm making, is that rationality is bad.
Well, I mean, you say that, but then like there's the whole like presumably one of the reasons why humans are dominant over almost every other animal on the planet is because they were able to accumulate these true beliefs about the world that allowed them to like manipulate the world in some way into their favor, right? So it's
the argument of Joseph Heinrich's The Secret of Our Success is that actually what makes primate brains special is our tendency to over imitate, our ability to accumulate slow cumulative knowledge where each person kind of tinkers on top of other things that other people have done. And that it isn't actually having true beliefs. In many cases, we still have wildly incorrect beliefs. And in some cases, we don't even know what we like. I'm not some cases, a lot of cases, we don't even know what we don't know, right?
yeah.
Like we didn't become a dominant species because we knew germ theory. We became a dominant species long before we knew germ theory, like long before. And even, who even knows what all we're missing now is actually not the ability to form true beliefs. It's the ability to build off of cumulative knowledge.
But even like that example of germ theory, like surely it's better to know like germ theory than to not know it, right? Like
Not necessarily if, again, it causes you to do the wrong things. So like when so humans do all these obvious over imitation, by which I mean you take a chimpanzee and you take a human and you have them watch someone else try and get a treat out of a clear plastic box. So you can watch what they're doing and you can watch how successful they are at getting the thing that you can see inside the box. And let's say there's two pathways in, and one of them is an obvious dead end, and the other one obviously gets to the treat. If a human model or a chimpanzee model, it has to be a human model, so I'll just use that. So if a human model like reaches into the dead end first confidently and like they know what they're doing, and then goes around and then goes to the correct end and then grabs the treat from there. The chimpanzee will watch what's happening and form the rational belief of that first step of going into what was obviously a dead end is unnecessary. And so the chimp will not copy that. The chimp is being more rational than the human. The human will over imitate and be like, that person must have some reason why they did that thing. They did it with confidence. We won't copy it if it looks like they were just bumbling around. But if they look confident, like they know what they're doing, we'll be like, I'm gonna do that as well. And so
so the human child
we
reaches
over
into the
imitate.
bad end because that's what the
Yes.
model did, and then before reaching
Yes.
for the good end.
Exactly. And chimpanzees will be quote unquote more rational
They
in
only
that
reach into
situation
the
and
good
be like,
end.
that was yeah.
And then humans dominate over chimpanzees over the history of the world. You're saying,
Yes.
man, I'm gonna have to read that book you mentioned, The Secret of Our Success.
It's pretty good. It's a really interesting argument. He makes the argument that humans became cultural first, before language, before internal language thinking, and before, and that like is what shaped our brains to be slightly different and more capable.
Yeah. Because I mean, like my prior is I don't think that's true, right? I think having accurate
Right,
beliefs about the
exactly.
world
And
is
then-
better. And so
and
you're saying there's a convincing
he
argument for
will-
otherwise. So like,
Yeah.
okay, I want to read this convincing argument
Yeah.
because I like having true beliefs about the world. And so if it's
Right.
true that having true beliefs about the world is bad, I want to know that, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, he gives some lots of examples of when, yeah, just lots of interesting examples of how when you know things, like if you know, if you can see the magic behind what's happening, that it doesn't work anymore. And I'm not explaining it very well, but
Okay.
I think
that's
you'll
fine.
I think you'll like it.
Lucky John says, sorry, I like having these conversations. Yeah, it's I think I don't know, I don't want to speak for Steph. At least me, I like talking about the topics in general, including neuropsychology stuff, depression, anxiety, sleep, paralysis, all that. The thing that I do want to avoid though is in general, like it's not good or safe for Steph and I to give you specifically medical advice, right? Like we can't tell you like, you know,
Yeah.
stop taking these
liability
meds
concern.
or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, so if you want to talk about sleep paralysis, you know, like, yeah, that's an interesting topic. Let's talk about. But if you're like, I have sleep paralysis, shit, you know, what should I
yeah.
do? That's what we don't want to talk about, sort of, you know. So
Yeah. You know, like how they always say, consult your own doctor.
yeah. Not because your doctor's gonna be better
does
necessarily,
not
but just because like we
constitute-
don't
yeah.
want to get in trouble if we're wrong. Like let your doctor get in trouble
liability,
if he's
yeah.
wrong, you know, he or she. Anyway,
This does not constitute medical advice. This is for entertainment purposes only.
Yeah.
If you need the advice of a trained medical professional.
I have a bunch more, but I guess we're running out of time, so maybe we'll switch the game.
Okay.
I'll save the other topics. Oh wait, no, one more thing. I just because one of them is timely. It's like,
Okay.
So Steph, any plans for July 17th?
What?
Yeah, just you know, tomorrow. Any you gonna do anything fun?
Why would I have any plans
I
for
don't
the
know.
17th?
I don't know. Sometimes you make plans, you know.
Sometimes
Yeah.
on the 17th, I make plans.
Yeah.
I actually, my dog is sick right now, so I'm probably not gonna do much. But I did go on a little vacation earlier in the week.
That's
as a
fun.
kind of, yeah, it was fun. And my dog is starting to feel better, so we'll see.
That's good.
Yeah.
You see, I don't know if the screen is okay. I start the game. I don't know if you can see that. If not, you might
I
have to
don't think
refresh
so.
it.
Let me try it. Yeah. Let me try refreshing. Oh, there you are. Okay.
I don't remember what we're doing, so let's see, because it's been too long.
We were flea juggling.
That was like, was that last time? Or I feel like that was
Ages
ages ago.
ago.
Yeah.
Felt
Well,
like
we got a
ages ago.
journal
I
in the
don't
game,
know.
so that's good. Where's my journal?
Perfect.
Dark Hearts. Destroy void masses throughout Farloom. Return to the snail shaman in the ruined chapel besides Maman. Oh, God. Okay. Wait, Doll, are you still here? Can you just tell me where all the dark hearts are so I can just go do them all instead of like walking around looking for them all? Because it says we did 2 out of 12. That means there's 10 more. And I like Farloom is a big place. I don't want to walk all of Farloom looking for them. There's some in Farfields. Alright, let's go to Farfields. Here's Farfield. Do I still have to buy stuff? Or did we buy everything already? No, we bought everything here. Every cluster of infected bugs is a cluster or mass, whatever they call it. Yeah, isn't it like there's something like stuck in the wall and it's like black and there's tentacles coming out? That's what I'm looking for. I know what they look like because I killed 2 of them. I just don't know where they are on the map. Or is there something like the collector's map where I can like just find, you know, the location of all of them and so I can just get the map and then like I'll go everywhere and get them all? I don't think there's an in-game. I'm looking them up. Alright, sounds good. So I guess I'll just patrol this whole area, basically looking for... What the heck? That touched me? Send them to my Discord? Alright. You know what I need? I need the thing where... Oops. Do I have enough? No, I don't have enough to heal. I need a thing where viewers can send me a link in a special way, and then if I authorize it, then Armory Boss shows it on the screen. I guess... Well, let me think how to do this. I guess I'll just... Open them up on Discord here. What the heck? Oh, I see. They're like circled in red. Okay. Because I'm like, there's so many icons in here. There's way more than 12. Where's Farfields on this map? It looks like there's one in Farfield. Here, what, Steph, can I send you the map and you do it for me, or is that too much?
So, how are you going to send it?
I didn't hear what you say, sorry. I just heard the word so.
I think so. How are you going to do it?
Okay. I'm going to send you a link, or an image, I guess. I don't know the link.
How are you going to send that? Discord?
Via Discord, yeah.
Okay.
So you might have to like zoom in or something like that, but you can see like they circled in red. In like it's tiny, so you have to zoom in on the map. Because the map is huge, right? So you have to so you see all the like the 12 places.
Zoom that much.
Alright, so maybe you can't do it. Maybe it's too difficult. I was gonna say, because then you can look at that. Then when,
but not a lot.
Yeah, but like I mean, enough to see where they are. Because then the idea is like once you see where they are, then when I open this map, you can then draw on the screen, right? And say it's here, go here.
Okay, they're circled in red.
Yeah.
Okay,
so
I'm gonna circle on your map.
So I know the first one's like here, for example, right? When I look on the map, that
I can't look at both screens at the same time. So you know the first one is where?
Here.
There.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go there. So maybe maybe it is too difficult for you to do it, Steph, and have the chat open at the same time, or the screen open at the same time.
It's pretty tricky.
If so, don't worry too much about it. I'll manage, I guess. Oh yeah, I have the like up, what they're called, the up fly ability, or
okay.
There should be around here, I think. Actually, you can sort of see in the background. You see, there's this tendril here. Maybe if we pay attention to those, that'll give us a clue as to where they are as well. Oh my gosh, I don't want to fight these guys. Do I have enough to heal? I think I do. Oh, frick! You saw how he dodged my freaking pogo? What a jerk. Man. There's too much combat in this game. I don't want to deal with it. What's this? The chest I have more open, maybe? I'm down to like 3 health already. Freaking heck. Where is it? I'm looking at the map. It's... Oh, it's more to the left, according to the map. Is this guy a void tendril thing? I don't know. Oh, he is a void tendril thing. Oops. I'm gonna die. Oh my god, no! Okay, good. Yeah, I'm still 2 hit points. And I see it now. It's up there, the void tendril thing. Come down here. Oh shit, okay. Oh fuck! Yeah. I saw wind up and I was already in the air when it happened. I don't know if I want to do this. It seems like such a pain. What the heck? Compass, purse, long pin. Severe takes damage. You have no weeps the green elixir forms. I don't know if that's worth. Since the act of buying, this one might be good. Speed of silk regeneration. I don't. Maybe that one was good too. Maybe better than long claw. Needle strike. I don't even remember what that is. I guess that's like nail arts. Do I have nail arts? I must, because I have the badge. Yeah, I do have nail arts. Okay. Can those do other things? I don't think it's the most fun or important quest. I literally have no other quests except the main quest, which I'm avoiding because I want to do all the side quests before I do the main quest. If you have a suggestion, if you're like, go to Bone Bottom or whatever, and then, to get another quest, I can do that. I gotta fight these guys again? Jeez. 2 damage. Well, we got rid of one. That's good. What the heck? All these new movesets. What's he doing? I can't tell. Oh, he's throwing the droplets. Oh shit, this thing is attacking me too. What the heck? I guess let me heal first. What the fuck? That guy sniped me as I was healing. What a jerk. I need to get my soul back, I guess. There we go. Oh, it does 4? That's not that much. I guess every little bit helps. 4 instead of 3. Actually, since I have 4 damage, let's go heal. there? I guess I need to mark also on the maps which ones I've done, which is also going to be annoying.
That's a good idea. Or amazing.
Or you could do it for me.
LOL.
Nah, I'll just remember. It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I want to go to the left. Wait, doll, you can do it for me. You can remember where all the ones I've been to are. Guess I don't want to deal with any of these guys. Oops. So there's 3 in this region. Like here, I think. It's somewhere like here. Oh, I can use pins, I just realized, to mark them. And then I can remove the pins to say I've done them. And here, it looks like these 3. And it looks like there's one here. And there's one here. Here.
His memory betrays me often, but I'll try. It sounds like a good name for like an autobiography.
This one. There's one over here. Let me scroll near the map a bit. This seems like a lot more than 12, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, there's more than 12 of them. I guess that means there's more than 12, but I only have to do 12 of them, maybe? Where is this place? Oh, it's over here. And there's one here, apparently. So I guess let's do these for now. You can come back to theirs. You have a lot near. Yeah, exactly. That's why I picked this path, so to speak. And yeah, see in the background, see there's the tendril again. Gosh darn it. Oh my gosh. So somewhere around here, apparently there's a tendril thingy. Must be up. Yeah, here it is. Alright, so this guy's gone. Let's go back up, bench, and then we'll come back and get this guy. Wow, he got me twice. What the heck? What a jerk. A path here? Oh wow. Sniped me from afar. I'm down to 3 hit points. Wow. Okay, another 1 hit point. So I think that was supposed to be this guy. That I mismarked a little bit. We go back to the bench and then we'll go for this guy. This guy's gonna kill me. Run. Okay, then I think it's a straight left, maybe. Oh, it's our friend. Yo, help us out. Why did you just stand there? Oh, God. What are you doing? Oh, he's trying to fight that thing on there. Okay, I see. Oops. This guy's like annoyingly positioned. Well, what, sister? The task of hunting down these black twisted fiends is no small one, eh? Still, we must not rest, not while the cries of the innocent echo from every corner of the kingdom. Alright, I guess for this guy... Hey, DJ. He uses, I made it. I was distracted earlier by an exploration of mapping audio frequencies to visible ones. Zanzabu. Welcome in, DJ. Trying to figure out... I guess the nearest bench to that one's this guy here. Which means I guess I should go to this bench and then do this one. And then go this way. Then we can come back in for this one. DJ, you missed all the conversations we were having about AI and neuropsychology and sleep paralysis and what else? What else did we talk about, Steph? Cultural
Memes.
adaptation, yeah.
Cultural evolution.
The thing about like having true beliefs can be less adaptive. Like you might die, or your culture might die more easily if it focuses too much on true beliefs.
Mm-hmm.
Sleep paralysis, yeah. You're not gonna talk to Garmon? Wait, who's Garmon? Is it the guy that we just talked to? Didn't I talk to him? Did I not talk to him? Is he gone now? I presume he's gone now. But didn't I talk to him? Didn't I walk up and speak to him? You spoke to him, right? Yeah, I think so. Oh yeah, here he is again. This is Garmon, right? I don't know his name, so that's why I'm confirming if we're talking about the same person or not. Gosh darn it. I didn't see it while he's fast. Haha, oh sister. Yeah, this guy's Garmon, okay. Oh sister, what a toll it exacts on us. This endless combat, certainly when peace finally comes, we will be in the right mind to appreciate it. You place too much burden upon yourself, sir. Though I share your ambition to free this land from its curse, I counsel you to rest, even if only for a short while. Thus rest while you, my dear sister, fight so gallantly? Ha, we cannot. What would our old village think of us were we to quit our charge? No, regardless of what you believe, there's strength enough in these old shells. Oh, by the way, DJ, if you redeem first, you'll get a math challenge, and if you solve the math challenge, you'll get a song shard. And then once you have a song shard, you can start playing the DDR gacha minigame that's on this channel. So the first step is you gotta redeem first on this channel. So there's gotta be one of these masses around here somewhere. Oh shit. This guy has so much HP. Legion is actually quite like the spoken languages game. I wonder how much world building went into it. Yeah, I don't know. I presumably it's less than Tolkien, for example, right? Tolkien developed full languages for all his fictional worlds. I don't think they went that far onto it. But I don't know how much effort they did put. It's been almost 2 hours just passed now. 2 hours since what? Did I miss a message? Let me scroll up. Oh, you redeemed the thing. Feels wrong to be first. Yeah, so it's called first, but it doesn't mean you're the first person to stream. The first person who redeems first gets 2 song shards. Each subsequent person who redeems first gets one, only gets 1 song shard. But yeah, so if you wait 5 minutes now, you'll get the math challenge. And then once you solve the math challenge, you'll get your song shard. Kill that guy. Where am I? I'm here, so we did this one. Then I guess we'll go take this bench and then we'll go up and we'll deal with this one over here. I don't have to go to that path. What is this? I don't recognize this. Inspect. Cloth material that could be fashioned into additional pockets? Expect yes, let's do it. The ladybugs cry. I guess I missed something. Like maybe there's supposed to be people here, and I never went here. Tool pouch expanded. Yeah, I guess I just never went here. Oh well, new game plus, I guess. You don't remember hitting the ladybug targets for rosaries? Nope, I do not remember that. Maybe you completely missed it, but I thought you did. I mean, maybe I did it, but I don't remember it. I don't remember meeting ladybugs in this game at all. So maybe I'll go one level higher. That's it up there. Is that D12? Probably not. No, we did 8 so far. Okay, so this guy's done, and then we can go back to Hunter's March to the right and we look for this one. So there you go, you've unlocked your first song shard, little bitch. Okay, so next thing is, DJ, in the top right corner, around where my cursor is, but apparently I can't go too far to the right or else the map starts going. So around the top right corner of the stream where chat appears, every now and then you'll see a message about a DDR arrow appearing. Like I'll say up arrow, down arrow, whatever. If you then redeem the corresponding Twitch redeem, like there's a Twitch redeem called up arrow, another one called down arrow, and so on, then you'll step on the arrow and then you'll get EX points for that song. And then once you have enough EX points, you can then prestige the song and then level up. So you're on Little Bitch single beginner now. Then you can prestige it to basic, to, is it called medium, hard, expert, and so on. And so that's the gacha game. That's basically it. Oh yeah, there you go. You saw the down arrow and you immediately got it. It takes about a minute. Like the arrow on the screen stays there for about 1 minute to give everyone a chance, and then once it disappears, it'll compute the scores and then tell you how many points you got and all of that stuff. This way? No. But what is up here? Nothing? I guess nothing. You're expecting actual arrow? Yeah, I thought about it, but then it's like it was a bit of effort, and then I decided this was a lot easier to do it this way. And there you go. See, you got 3 EX points. And the Chalker, because he was later than you, he gets 2 points instead, but then he has a combo going. So he gets a multiplier on the combo. And then actually, let me send you a link if I can remember where it is. There's where the heck is it? Shakar, do you know where the link for the DDR profile where you can see how many DDR points you have? I don't remember what the URL is for that. Oh, here it is. I got it. How do I go back to this? You want to post it? Sure. You have it. I'm about to post it too, unless you beat me to it. No, you beat me to it. I was about to post this here. If you go, that's one for Chakar, and there's one for DJ. You can look at your inventory of in like what have you unlocked and so on in the gacha game. Oops. Wow, that's a lot. He dashed over here way faster than I expected. What the heck? Fasting, I should look up more Twitch integration stuff. Yeah. This is all custom built. The DDR gacha game, Harmony bot in general is custom built. But there's a lot of stuff you can do with it. Alright, this guy's dead. What's next? Apparently we can go up here. Greymoor, there's something. Let me check the map again, see if there's a closer one. So we're here. We did these guys. Oh, I guess we'll go left to Mossholm. We'll do there's a pair near Mossholm, these two. So we'll go here, grab these two, then maybe come up here, and then come back here, and then get to this guy. Wait, let me make sure my Twitch dashboard is still open. Out of curiosity, are you familiar with the VTuber L:Q? No, I am not. I'm not familiar with them. Guess we'll go for this one over here, which means the closest bench is probably this one over here. It's a bit of a walk, but I guess we can make it. I don't want to fight that guy if he's become void infused or whatever the term is. Wow, get out of here, you. There's a lot of programming game dev streams that you might find interesting, generally from within the Emacs environment. Can you send me a Discord message about it? Because I'm going to forget if it's just in Twitch chat. I'll check them out after. That guy jumped into the spikes. So there's a lot, like here also there's the tendrils, but I don't think there's the masses here. So maybe seeing the tendrils is not a reliable way to know where the where those masses are going to be. Wow, I got him twice. Is this it? It is this. Wow, this is a really annoying place to fight because it's a long tunnel. Nowhere to dodge if he hits me. Okay. So this is done. Then we can come up here and grab this guy. Is this a wall? No, it's not. I was hoping I could wall cling off of that thing. What? the frick? That fucking snipe shot. Oh, we haven't visited this lady in a while. Is it time our lands shake their sorrow for the new beat? Yes, demanding for a new rhythm. These quakes you feel, they are not your land's sadness, they are its collapse, one bound to happen if the source cannot be quelled. What? No, 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 the beat. It is the beat of our land wishes. Calls for it, needs one anew. You carry a sweet, precious smell with you. A fruit, will you trade for rosaries? Oh, I can give her rosaries? Sure, I guess. The precious fruit. And oh, such fruit, perfectly ripe, perfectly fragrant, perfectly round. Take what you have earned. Much, much of rosaries. 173, that's not that much. But I guess I don't think we have any use for them otherwise, so I guess I'll give them to her. 131. And she wants more roseberries. I don't know what this guy's new movesets are. Yeah, what the frick? I was worried about that. I was like, this guy's gonna do something weird. Yeah, I see. So how far are we? We're probably like 11, I'm guessing. Yeah, we are at 11. So one more. This guy's done. And then I guess the one more can be this one over here. So I guess the fastest way to get to that is to go here and then take the stag to Belhart. Is it this way? I just realized I can teleport to the stag station. I keep forgetting about that ability. Heart. Alright, doll, what do we do next after we finish this mission? Where's the next side quest, or where do I get the next charm? The pin or whatever. Here, I can show you what I'm missing. I'm missing whatever this is. I'm missing these guys over here. I'm missing this one here. I'm missing this over here. I'm missing this. I'm missing this. So where do I go next? Check where you fought Grandma Silk. Alright. Check that after we deliver this quest, I guess. Gosh. Oh, it's right here, actually. Okay. Wish updated perfect. Get me out of here. Where was that wish? Was it here? Belhart's wish. Yeah, it is here. Okay. Oh, a new job? Or is it the one I just did? Wish granted. This is a new one. It was called Resident of Bellheart. The distressed bug was heard calling for help near the bellway atop the great sandy steps. Will no one come to the sad wretch's aid? Bellway near the sandy... something? What? Blasted Steps Bellway. Blasted Steps Bellway. Here's Blasted Steps. I don't know what the Bellway is. Is it this thing? Grand Gate? It's been so long, I forgot how to get the Grandmother Silk. Is it this way? Not this way. Not this way either. Okay. How do I get there? I'm pretty sure you can get there from Terminus. Am I wrong? Oh, maybe the map changed because everything collapsed. Kind of like how Crossroads changes when you get the double jump. Oh, so much for that. That's a dead end. Left side of the hallway across Songclave. I don't know what any of those words mean. Songclave is a location, right? Here's Songclave. Left side of the hallway. Yeah, but I don't like this is the manual way, right? Isn't there? I was pretty sure you can get there just from the Terminus. From Songclave, go left, left, left. I can't just go this way. I guess I can't just go this way. Wow. Okay. I don't know if you can this way. Maybe try. Well, now you tell me. After I've already teleported away. Songclave. Where is that? First shrine? You type slow. Oh, if we're no longer pilgrims, what are we? It's now my charge to care for those who stay here, including yourself. I can aid you in any way. Oh, there's 2 more quests here too. That's good. Final audience. Attend the Sentinel's request. Hunter in Red. Meet in Hall's High, the chamber of its fellows. The way shall be marked. Okay, sure. Sounds good. Pain, anguish, and misery. The tormented one. In the darkest shadows, all is made clear. Farloon draws its final breath, and we few remaining must bear its dying pain. Come to the Citadel stage and let us suffer together. Sounds fine. Sounds like a good time to be had by all. Oh, I can't even go inside anymore. This has also collapsed. Sister, you see them out there. Our new champion, that golden knight stalking the Citadel's crumbling hall. Who's the golden knight? Tall, righteous bug, not much for conversing. Still, I'd be long dead if not for their appearance. And I ain't the only one. Others have spoken of the knight's timely deed and rare bravery. We're desperate for any protection we can get, and that gleaming champion's been offering their aid almost as much as you yourself. Like Golden Knight's out there, sister, cutting down the loss, keeping us safe. Reckon this place would have already been overrun if not for them and their noble blades. Who is this guy? The ultimate troll would be if it's Zote. Just now I okay, we've seen this dialogue already. And nothing left to buy here. Zote the Golden. So Doll said go here, left, 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 and then all the way up. Okay, got it. Hey, look at this thing. Well, we might be sidetracked and doing something else now. Ooh, the frick is this? That's not Zote. Frick. I guess I should retract because I don't know if he went up or left or what.
Track. God, I was like, retract.
Yeah, I should retract and then retract.
Got it.
Is there a closer? Oh, it's this guy. Or maybe it's not, I don't know. He's here, there's this guy's here, but I don't know if he's the guy I'm tracking. You, so it is done. My wish granted before I ever arrived. The bronze pair that danced this chamber, it is clear, tall bug, how closely they mimic your shell. Really? Is it that clear? I don't feel like it was clear at all. Was it you who provided their inspiration? Not I, warrior. For this place, my heart holds only loathing. The dancers, they were the last free act of my partner. Always hopeful, always naive. His whole he gave in desperate trade to see our own caves left safe. His shell and soul became the mold. So long I dared not visit even as our land fell to thread and ruin. Instead I wasted a coward cage, too weak to witness his grace bound in paradise so cruel. Take some solace, tall bug. His soul is now free from that shell of iron and the fate that befell your lands. This citadel too has been claimed full by it. I slim consolation warrior, now that everything I loved is lost. My wish is granted. And now everything I love is lost. Alright, let's bench real quick just in case. Yeah, I guess we'll finish a tracking quest first.
Retract.
Oh, he's a robot, isn't he? And also, I haven't been here before. Maybe this door is only open once you do the accept the quest. I'm here, Gilded One. Are we gonna fight? I thought I was answering your summons as a friend or at least an ally, but now that we stand together in this place, I can sense your. Okay, there's a fucking fight. Gosh darn it! You mean to raise your blades against me? Am I your enemy then? The defense of the secret citadel and the voices that fill it is the eternal duty of the sentinels. Termination is the necessary fate of all those enthralled by the whispering silk. You believe me haunted, a slave to the pale threads? I think you are more perceptive than that. My silk is my own, as is my will. Unsure is the sentinel, but both haunted and innocent, you seem. With regret, this sentinel must test the strength of your will. I don't know its moveset. Okay. I'm just brute forcing it. I'm like mashing my attack button next to it. Oops. Gosh darn it, come on. Wow, come on, that I was in the circle for, or the X for that? That's yes. Did I parry that? I can't tell. Yeah, easy for babies fight. Just stand and mash attack non-stop. Easy, says Doll, yeah. By purity of your will, the clarity of your intent, you are innocent of the silken curse. For some reason, I find it like hilarious. Like, imagine you're a cop, right? Your task of catching these criminals. So you catch up to one, and then he beats the shit out of you, and then you're like, you know what? I think you're actually innocent. It's fine. Failed has the sentinel. Your judgment will it accept. Is this truly failure, Gilded One? You mean to test me and have done so. I would expect nothing less of a true guardian. The matter is resolved. There is no need for death. Stand and let us part as friends. I try not to block it with my VTuber. Accept a token of the Sentinel's order. As friends, let us part. Would I get Reserve Bind? What is Reserve Bind? Friend. Ornate artifact of the Citadel able to hold a bind's worth of silk used when healing is needed and one's natural resources run low. The Reserve Bind will restore when resting on the bench. Reserve Bind, that sounds not too bad. What would I give up instead? I guess Multi-Binder? Weavelight? Yeah, Weavelight is probably the weakest one I got, so probably replace that one with it. DJ says, kind of wish Zelda games had dialogue like this, actually. What, you don't like, it is dangerous to go alone? Take this? Classic is out of line. Maybe this is a good stopping point. What do you think, Steph?
Yeah, probably.
Alright. Let's rest here. Quit to menu. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Thank you, Steph. Everybody, make sure to wish Steph a happy birthday. Even though
I will see you all when I'm older.
Even though today is not her birthday, you should still wish her a happy birthday anyway. Doll says happy birthday,
Thank you,
Steph.
Doll Empress.
Chakra says good night,
Thank
happy
you,
birthday. And DJ says happy birthday,
Thank you, DJ GMX. Thank you.
All right, see ya, Steph. Bye.
All right, bye.
And then ending screen, interact, play. So thank you everyone for tuning in. That was Silksong with Steph. Regular schedule is top left corner of the screen every Thursday, 7:30 p.m. Pacific. That's about 2.5 hours ago in your time zone. We got these Steph Thursday streams where we'll be playing Silksong for the foreseeable future. Every Saturday, 6 p.m. Pacific. That's about 4 hours ago in your time zone. We got the solo Saturday stream where I play random games from my review queue. We have the Discord. Join the Discord for updates to the schedule and any announcements for off-schedule streams. Gift ads. Unfortunately, the gift doesn't work on this screen, Doll. It only works on the other screen. But you can still, if you type in chat, you show up as one of the cats in the cat parade. So let's see my calendar. Today's Thursday, so tomorrow Friday we will be playing Condo Desire with Vampire Princess. Wait, no. Vampire bitch. Sorry. I was looking at the anime Vampire Princess. And then Saturday, we will be playing Streets of Rage 4 with Mr. Krabs. Look forward to that. And then I'll be posting an update schedule after that. So yeah, I think that's it. Thanks everyone for tuning in. I'll let you guys enjoy the rest of Cat Parade while I press on the parade. You want to be the accordion one? Who are you now? Let's see. You're the laundry one, I guess. You're washing t-shirts. But once your cat goes off screen, you can type again and you can be a different one. Gave you the one doing laundry, yeah, exactly. But here, you're off screen now, so type in again and you can be a new cat. Oh wait, you're the question mark cat? I guess maybe it respawns you as some cat when you reach the end, I don't know. Anyway, thank you and see you guys later. See you guys next time.